Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna get a little shorter here. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Man, I've been meaning, I need to adjust the, my microphone here. Hopefully this doesn't sound like shit. If I make it sound worse, just let me know. But I'm gonna try to adjust my EQ here on the fly. I need a little brighter sound. So we're gonna turn these up a little bit. Just a little bit. Gonna bump these up here. How's that sound? Does that sound any better? Trying to make it a little clearer, a little brighter. Then we'll come over here. We'll adjust the compressor a little bit. Maybe turn this, make it a bit louder. Is this too loud? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Testing, testing. How's that? How's that? Sounds good? Hopefully I made it sound better, not worse. Let me know, either way. If it does sound worse, I can always change it back. But alright, hope you guys are having a good day. We've got lots to talk about. If you could, head over to the Twitter, Tree City West. Give the stream a retweet, try to get some more hashtags in here. As always, we're streaming over on twitter.com, we're streaming on kick.com, we're on Twitch TV. So definitely give us a retweet. What are they called now? Repost. Give us a repost. See, we got a bunch of people in the chat. What's up, Crypto Burger? What's up, Mick Dingo? Hello, Janet Rakuten. Hey, Rolando. Welcome, Edwin. The Notorious Ones. What's up? What's up? Hope everybody is having a good time. Hope you're feeling good. We got some vibes going on in this music.
Shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah, sounds great. That's what's up. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. Let me pull my notes up here. As always, we'll get started on the... let me hide this bookmarks bar. Get out of here. But man, look at that. We got quite a green day. Green all across the board on crypto bubbles. And some big ones. You see Link is making a big move. Everybody's talking about Chainlink right now, up 15%. And it's kind of funny, 2 weeks ago in my top 5 altcoins, I said, hey, Chainlink is a must-have. So definitely heads up for the members there. Hope you guys grab some. It's up 15% today. Trust Wallet token down 15%. I wonder what happened there. Oof. That's a big dip right there. But we see some big movers. We got Sui up 10%, Caspa up 15%, Arweave. That's nice to see. It's a storage coin. We got Gala Games up 8%. Yeah, just kind of green across the board. Not too much red at all. Rollbit down 3%. Hex down 3%. Coach kicked him out. Hell yeah. You're an ultrasound tech. That's cool, Rolando.
That's for the DJs and OGs.
Alright, let's go check out the Bitcoin chart, see how we're doing today. Kind of a quiet day. A lot of chatter about ETFs. So we're going to talk about we're going to have a nice little section about Bitcoin, about ETFs. We're going to talk about Michael Saylor and Gary Gensler and all the different characters in this Bitcoin narrative. But yeah, you can see Bitcoin, looking on the 4-hour charts, getting back to the top of the range. We got well above the golden pocket, and we tried to break through, but you can see we drew this resistance, and we're just kind of sticking right here today. This is my first time looking at the chart, so that's kind of interesting. It tried to break out, it came right back down. Hopefully it's just retesting, and then we get a nice bounce. Let's see if we can see anything. The 4 hours is looking pretty cooked on the stochastic. RSI is super high on the 4-hour too. But let's go ahead and zoom into the hour. You can see the hours coming down. Got a couple of red candles here. Stochastic starting to flip. It's moving to the downside. So we might see a retracement. Hopefully we get this strong support right at this confluence. You know, maybe this will act as a spring. We kind of come down to the bottom of the pattern, bounce off the golden pocket, get a nice move up. That'd be beautiful. Rolando, I'm up 800% on pTGC, but I'm staked till February. Are you gonna hit the early end stake button? What's up, Globetrotter? Welcome. Vibing, homie. Shaka Vibes. Hell yeah. Shout out to Shaka Vibes. Cool dude. So what other movers we got? So since the time change, now the daily close changed. So every time the show starts at 7 o'clock, the daily close happens. So our change percentages are all 0 right at 7 o'clock. So any movement's pretty fresh. That's kind of funny. VMPX moving. Got some crazy candles there. What happened? That's over on BitGet. It's someone wiping out the order book. It's nuts. Currently sitting at 6 cents over on BitGet. But let's go take a look at Dex Screener, see what's happening in the Zen ecosystem. I told you it was descending wedge, my boy. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So yeah, Zen's just kind of hanging out in this little wedge here. We'll zoom in. This is the daily chart. We'll zoom into the hourly, see what the movement's looking like, and yeah, we're just kind of bouncing around. It's trying to break out, but depending on how you move it might just be hitting the top of the pattern. But it looks like it's nice, making a nice strong. So there's two thoughts here. You know, you can kind of see it's holding this bottom support, but we fell through. So the first thought is we're coming up to retest it. Hopefully we break through. We don't come back down. Because if we come back down, we're going to come back down further. Probably make a new lower low. However, we're at the top of this, which is kind of that's a tough resistance we're going to have to get above. So hopefully it breaks through. That'd be nice. See it get back above the golden pocket at 606. So we'll see what happens. It's really at that inflection point. Maybe Zen will make a move up. This is the Zen ETH pair on Uniswap. See, there's a lot of sell pressure, but there's a lot of green candles. You know, the buy volume is definitely outweighing the sell volume. And that just means people are selling their smaller mints while people are buying, you know, more than that. That's pretty nice. There's 85 sellers, but there's more buy volume. That's interesting. So there's a lot of sellers selling their little Zen mints, probably vanilla mints, but then there's the big buyers coming in and buying, you know, let's see if we can see any big buys. You know, $400, $300, $1,000. I couldn't imagine buying half an ETH of Zen. I would probably put that into Zen mints, you know, 1.5 ETH of Zen. That's crazy. 6 billion. It's a nice buy for sure. Zen testing weekends, not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere? Me neither, bro. See Op Zen pumping? I heard there's an obscene amount of Optimism Zen burned in Zen garbage dump. So, see a slight pump here, but it's just kind of it's got to get above. It's got to go here. We're just kind of in this channel a little bit. See Pulse Chain Zen, P Zen up 8%. Still just moving along it's like an ascending support. It's moving up. Uh-oh. My work phone's going off. Got to acknowledge 2 incidents. All right, sorry about that. We'll get back to this. So DB Zen, man, I was watching this morning and I was like, today would be the perfect day to buy some DB Zen. And around 9:30 this morning, it was right around here. Sorry. So it was right around here, and you can see it kind of bounce down, and I was like, it really started going after that. And I was looking, and I was ready to ready to buy some on this dip, but the dip didn't happen today for some reason. So this was a couple days ago. I was expecting another wick down like this, but then this morning we got the pre DBZen mint dip, but instead of coming down, it just started going, and it's been above $1 all day. So I really want to get some more DBZen under 90 cents. I've been talking about it all week. I keep missing these little dips and these opportunities. I was ready today and it didn't happen. Kind of looks like it's rolling over here though, so we'll see what happens if it comes back down. You know, kind of like like it has been. If you could short DBZen, it might not be a bad time. But let me all right, sorry about that. So DBZen on the other chains. Oof, look at BDXN. That's so crazy. It got all the way down to under a penny. You could have got some at 0057. Oof. What's up, Tazenian? Welcome. What's up, Craig Crypto? I'm ready to buy Zen now. Guay's been too high. Yeah, sitting at 32 right now. It really has been high all day. I thought it was getting up. I saw it got up into the 70s at one point today. That's just the last few blocks. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, right here. It got up to 53. So there might have been some spikes up to 70. It's wild. BDXN with some crazy volatility. I wish I caught this candle under a penny and just watch it run up 3 cents. That's so volatile. There's only $300 of liquidity though. I would just buy it and stake it, to be honest. You got pulse chains in. It's actually moving up, which is surprising. It's still kind of moving in our wedge here. It's really getting tight in there. So this is probably going to move one way or another. Is it going to explode from the golden pocket to the upside, or are we going to, you know, kind of find a new low? We'll see. Some decent liquidity for DBZen, over just about $6,000, $66,000 market cap. Does have some sell pressure, a little more sell volume than buy volume. But yeah, it's been a couple days. I got to go back and look at Zen.pub and see. I got to find some good days to burn some Zen over on Pulse Chain. Try to build up my DXN app allocation. What's up, Tech Ken? Welcome. Shout out to the 17 viewers. Just taking a look at some charts. You see Titan X continuing to make the downward move. Wonder if we turn our buy and burn. Let me see if I still have that. I erased it. Oh, I'm assuming this is another buy and burn, but unfortunately the chart is just looking a lot like Zen's with the downward movement. I know I'm pretty wrecked in it. I think my $100 is worth like 15 bucks, 20 bucks now. So that's kind of funny. But I also made a bunch of miners. So those miners, I for like the next 6 months, I have a miner due on the 1st of each month. So, and I did a couple max miners, so all good. GD Zen up 75%. What happened there? So this is the GD Zen over on Pulse Chain, it looks like. Some wild volatility. And that's what happens when there's no supply. Like this is kind of like DBZen, where the first few days there's no supply, so when people come here and buy it and stake it, it just goes crazy. No volume, no liquidity. It is what it is. So yeah. Got a couple updates here. So one thing I wanted to say, a couple days ago, Jack updated the infrastructure for the XenBlocks database. So he's getting ready to go live with the P2P fairly soon, I believe, maybe a couple months. But for now, we needed some extra resources because the XenBlocks mining is growing so fast. So I guess he migrated the database, and there were no issues on his end, but it kind of, on my end, you know, I have the sync node running with the listener, and during the migration, my server had some issues, so I kind of had to re-index my database, and that's what it's doing right now. So it's currently rebuilding the database. I discovered a data issue with the explorer.hashhead.io. It is corrected now, and it's resynchronizing everything. So I'll actually connect and show you what it looks like. All right. Wish I could make this bigger. I can't really make it any bigger. But this one where it says like inserted normal block, this is the version of sync node that a couple of the community members made, and then I edited. Instead of saving with SQLite, it's actually saving to the Postgres database. So, oh nice, yeah, it's already finished. That's cool. All blocks are current. All blocks are sealed. So that means if I come over to explorer.hashhead.io, we should have accurate counts, and it should match our MetaMask. So that was the issue earlier. It was saying my database was fully synchronized, but the counts didn't match what MetaMask said. So let's see if that's fixed now. So MetaMask says I have 112,270 Xenium. So if I search for my address here, it should stay the same, or, you know, divided by 10. So 11227, and this says 112270. So yeah, it's back and accurate. That's exciting. I fixed it. Woo! It worked. I didn't fuck it up. And that was a really quick resync too. The way that I was able to resync it by pulling some of the records off of the web page directly, I can multi-thread it and then rebuild it that way. So it allows me to like do like 50 pages at once. It's pretty cool. What's up, OVNX? Hey, may I ask for advice since you do crypto? Of course, man. Let me know. What's your question? And I had to fight with that Gwei to claim my 30 vanillas in the last 3 days. Yeah, man, it's going crazy. Currently sitting at 33. Getting up there. Getting up there. So, another issue that I had with my own personal servers was that my SMTP server hit the upper limit. So I'm using an SMTP service to send emails for the Zen.game, for the Zen, not only the game alerts, but also the burn pot and the key reset. So if you want to get those alerts, become a Hashhead member down below. But I did so much testing, and I had so many people on, you know, I think I have like five or 10 people on the list, and so when I send 10 emails, you know, that's 50 emails, so it added up really quickly. So I had to upgrade the service today. I actually had to pay for it. I was using the free plan to test it out, but I wanted to keep it going, so I did upgrade the service. So now the email alerts are back. I also have the low Gwei alert, and the low Gwei alert will let you know if Gwei is under 6. And it basically just sends you an email that you can respond to. Sorry, my work pager is going off right now. Just got to resolve some incidents. We're making money while we make money. How about that? So I've been trading for 2 years, and all of them were on Forex and building a trading bot. Now I noticed all of the millionaires do crypto instead. I wouldn't say that, especially right now. I'll be honest, you're on the wrong channel if you're here to make $1 million. You're probably going to end up spending a lot. And I mean, like, we're doing a lot of mining, so we're renting GPUs and learning about mining and XenBlocks mining. We're doing a lot of DeFi, playing a lot of degen games like like Zen.game. So I'm not really too into like trading and leverage and trading bots. That's not really my thing. I'm more of a kind of a buy and hold type investor with crypto. I'm basically trading crypto to get more Bitcoin. Tell your work they better make you VP before you leave them. Do your own thing. Hey, I wish. It's the rat race, right? But no, you gotta learn. I don't mean to be discouraging, OVNX. You gotta learn how to manage money. We'll set you on the right path, man. You're in the right place. Wes too humble. We're all future trillionaires. Hell yeah. So let's kind of pivot here. Let's talk about some news. We've been kind of on an ETF watch over the last few weeks. There's a lot of talk of a new Bitcoin ETF. What's Gary Gensler going to do? Is he going to approve the ETF? He's getting a lot of pressure from Congress. Congress is saying, hey, you have no reason to turn these down. You're being egregious. What did they say? Capricious. You're being capricious, and you need to really, especially the fact that we have a futures ETF, a futures Bitcoin ETF, but not a spot Bitcoin ETF. That doesn't make any sense. And Gary Gensler even himself admits it. So today in Congress, Tom Emmer, one of the Republican congressmen, is kind of, I think he's the Speaker of the House, or the Majority Whip or whatever. Yeah, GOP Majority Whip.
Regulation by enforcement is a practice all too common with this administration. This is particularly the case at the SEC and Chair Gary Gensler's approach towards our capital markets and financial services industry, but especially with our emerging digital assets community. My amendment seeks to put an end to Chair Gensler's pattern of regulatory abuse, a pattern that is crushing American innovation and capital formation without undermining our ability to go after criminals and fraudsters. Specifically, my amendment prohibits the SEC from using funds for enforcement activities related to digital asset transactions until Congress passes legislation that gives the SEC jurisdiction over this asset class. This will keep Chair Gensler, who has proven himself to be ineffective and incompetent, in check while Congress continues working to give this industry a chance to grow and develop.
I did it. I caught myself that time. Sorry about that. But that was all I wanted to play. It's just a quick 5-minute clip. And basically he's saying that Congress is going to hold Gary Gensler accountable, and that he's not doing his job. And he's not only doing his job, but he's being damaging to the industry. So he's kind of got the digital market. He's got her back. So that's exciting to see out of Congress today. And then also, Bitcoin Magazine posted this. This was pretty interesting to me. Justin, Bloomberg analysis say a brief window opens tomorrow for SEC to potentially approve spot Bitcoin ETFs, and it will be open for at least 8 days. So a brief window opens on November 9th for the SEC to potentially approve all 12 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF applicants, including Grayscale's GBTC. It will be open for at least 8 days. Even if approvals don't arrive this month, we still believe there's a 90% chance of approval by January 10th. So that's pretty bullish. If you're looking for a Bitcoin ETF, I know a lot of people aren't happy with that idea, but that's pretty. I think that's going to be pretty bullish for the price action, and it sounds like it's coming sooner or later. So Bitcoin Magazine posting an article from Bloomberg saying the SEC may be approving sometime in the next few weeks. And then finally, I just wanted to show you this interesting clip from Michael Saylor talking about Bitcoin ordinals, which we'll get into Bitmaps next. Yeah, Rolando, tomorrow. How crazy would that be? They have a lot of paper money, old money, not too incentivized to legalize crypto. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But they see us struggling. They see the economy struggling. You know, the rich just keep getting richer. So they see, there's no stopping Bitcoin.
The entire discussion of ordinals inscriptions is important to Bitcoin for two reasons. One, for Bitcoin to be successful over the long term, the Bitcoin miners have to be successful. And two, for Bitcoin to scale to 8 billion people and be embraced by every company, every government, every person on Earth, we need to build applications on the layer 2 and the layer 3 in order to extend the functionality and the performance and the scalability of Bitcoin. So if I were to basically discourage application development, I would be making it harder to scale to 8 billion people, and I would also be destroying the Bitcoin mining network.
So that's pretty bullish right there. Michael Saylor believes ordinals and Bitcoin actually have a future in the Bitcoin ecosystem. That's pretty exciting to see. That's a post from Eric Wall. If you guys are interested in Bitcoin and Bitcoin news, definitely go follow Eric Wall. He's one of the Taproot wizards. He's definitely an awesome resource. But I kind of wanted to get into Bitmaps. So Bitmaps have been pumping for the last few days. Let me turn up the music here. Let me know if that's too loud. So it'll get improved, but they won't invest right away. Although market's looking forward looking. Yeah, anything could happen. Anything could happen. But I just wanted to kind of go over Bitmaps. We're going to talk about the basics of Bitmaps. And why it's pumping right now. And I found some interesting tools that I never knew existed until today. So I just kind of want to show you guys. If you're not familiar with Bitmaps, we're going to talk about the very basics first. So they're inscriptions on Bitcoin, and it's basically a text inscription of a block number followed by .bitmap. And there's a certain scheme, let me load up my Unisat wallet here. So you notice that it's basically the digits of the block number on Bitcoin followed by .bitmap. And each of these numbers corresponds to a block, a Bitcoin block. So there's different characteristics of each Bitcoin block. Some are worth millions of dollars. Some have a cool number combination like 420.bitmap or 69.bitmap or 11111.bitmap. Some have like hidden messages, the messages from the mines, and there's just a lot of different artistic variations of different bitmaps, and it's an interesting and it's a budding community. So the bitmap theory it's a new standard for the Bitcoin metaverse, and they're taking advantage of the natures of data's unique ability to be parsed from multiple angles. Basically talking about the Bitcoin blocks. It's just a block number, but you can kind of make it visual. So there's sub X lands, block 0 to block 5,000 to block 10,000 to block 20,000. There's palindromic lands, which is like 80808 or 111. It's the same forward as it is backwards. There's numbers in series like block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of interesting. There's shaped lands, and the shapes are where it really starts to get interesting, because you can start to get these interesting patterns, and this is basically the shape of the data within the block. Sorry, work is blowing me up again. So the Bitcoin block, the look is basically the data within the block, and some of these are transactions. There's some that look like CryptoPunks, and it's kind of like an NFT of a Bitcoin block, and the data within that block and the size and how many Bitcoins, and there's a certain history to each block, and I just found it really interesting. I was actually on vacation in Miami at the time, and I just was obsessed. I was up late, drinking and minting these bitmaps, and it was so fun. And now I have a bunch of them, and I've actually sold some of them for some pretty nice profit, which is kind of cool. But just to be there in the beginning and to see the idea of evolve. What's up, Crypto Bro? Welcome. Perfect timing. Getting into the bitmaps. Found a couple new tools. So with this recent pump in the NFT market and the bitmap prices, I started looking into these different tools. And the first one was an old tool that I was aware of, but they kind of evolved. So this used to just be the Git book, which is basically the white paper. And in the Git book, over here at bitmap.community, they talk about what Bitmap is. It sparked the imagination of thousands, introducing people around the world to the intricacies of Bitcoin blockchain, this bitmap theory, what makes a bitmap more valuable than another, what traits do they have, and it's this whole understanding of, they're kind of building this from the ground up. But then they added the Explorer and the browser, which I thought was really interesting. So they have this bitmap.community/analyzer. That's the website. And you basically just come in and type in the number of the block number. So I own bitmap 1501. So if I type 1501 in the search, it tells me all about this block. So it's a Patoshi block. It's a single transaction block. It's a sub 10K block. Its rarity is pretty low, I think. I don't know. It has all the different data and information about the different blocks. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely an interesting tool. I was thinking about making something like this, but I can't imagine trying to classify each block. It even has like the fee numbers, the total rewards, the mining rewards of that block number. And it's kind of interesting now to look back at this after learning all the XenBlocks stuff and kind of seeing like the block height and the difficulty and all these different things. Then today I found this site called bitlords.land, and I had no idea this existed, but this is really cool. And it's kind of the same idea, it's kind of like a bitmap explorer, but it's more visual and it has some interesting stats and stuff. I haven't been brave enough to connect my wallet yet. I haven't done that much research, so be careful if you come over here. But you can just type in the block numbers. So like, let me find another block that I have. So for example, we'll go with 200545. All right, so this is a punk block. How cool is that? So it gives me this, it gives me the parcels. So these are like parcels of land that will be in the metaverse when they create it. So it has the punk bitmap look, but then they're turning it into these cubes, and these are different transactions basically within the Bitcoin block. But then they're calling them parcels. So this block had 7,700 Bitcoin in it, which is $277 million worth of Bitcoin. So it has my address, the owner address. That's kind of cool. So I didn't connect my wallet. I just put in the bitmap number, and it ties it back to my address. And it just has those same characteristics: the fees, the size, the weight, the inputs and outputs, the mining information, like the difficulty in the Coinbase and the nonce and the hash and all that fun stuff. Has a list of the different transactions. You need a link. It's bitlords.land. Hey, where'd my YouTube video or browser window go? There we go. All right. So there it goes. You should have the link now in the chat. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. This definitely looks interesting. Bitlords. I haven't heard of this. I don't know if these guys are legit. I haven't been brave enough to connect to my wallet yet. So this is another one I have, 696. I need to get one that's just not a cool number. I know I have some like interesting ones that have messages and stuff, and 136700. I think this is just another number though, because it ends in 2 zeros. Uh-oh. Broke it. 539577. Yeah, I think we broke the site. A solid looking punk. I got a bunch of them. So if you're interested in getting some bitmaps, you can actually head over to some of the marketplaces. There's Ordinal's Wallet, there's Magic Eden. We'll go check out Magic Eden. I like Magic Eden's interface because you can actually see the look of the bitmaps right on the screen rather than the just the text like on Unisat. Like, I think this one was my favorite punk, and it's also 420. So it's 420, 858. It kind of looks like a punk. It's got like the neck with the eye. So I thought that was a pretty cool one. And then I was calling this one like a Mondrian punk, just because of the 3 dots or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool, but I don't know. This one's borderline a punk. It might not be. It doesn't have it in its attributes. That's cool. There's attributes now. So if anyone wants to come buy Bitmap 1501, I got it listed for 0.15 Bitcoin. 1501 Bitcoin to be exact. Then I also got a 4-digit going for 0.05. It's 36080. So this one's really... this one's got some special ones. So 36080. So it's a single block, 50 Bitcoin in it. So block number 36080. I forget what was special about this one. It might have a message in it. 1 transaction, sub 50K. A short neck. It's all perspective, right? Some of these are like $1 billion blocks. Some of these have a specific number of transactions, like 1,000 or I think I got a couple that were 420 transactions, 666 transactions, 777. So it's kind of interesting. They're really building something out of nothing. You know, it was kind of just a funny idea. Even the word is kind of weird, like bitmap. Like when I think of bitmaps, I think of the Paint, Microsoft Paint images. Like it's an image file as a bitmap. Like before JPEGs, there were bitmaps. But on the other hand, I think it's really cool how it's tied to like history and has different ideas. Like it's almost like art, and you can interpret it in different ways. It's like whatever you can make from the data within that block. And then they keep talking about building the metaverse. I think that's all a load of bullshit. The metaverse ain't shit. It's just a video game to me. You know? I was playing Second Life on PS2. Like, that was a metaverse, right? Obviously, it's not decentralized and running on cryptocurrency, but, you know. Anyways. So that was my little spiel on XenBlocks. Or XenBlocks. Bitmaps. Bitmaps are like the XenBlocks before XenBlocks. I was super into bitmaps for like a month. I have some pretty interesting videos. Another cool one is messages from the mines. There's certain blocks that they have messages on them. So in the early days of Bitcoin, the miners would inscribe messages to each other, and like this one is just the miner's name, testing. But then they start getting weird. Like here's a tribute / obituary. Len Rabbi Sasma, 1980 to 2011. Len was our friend, a brilliant mind, a kind soul, and a devious I don't even know what that is. My apologies, Bitcoin people. He also would have LOL'd at Bitcoin's new dependency upon ASCII. So I thought that was kind of funny. There's definitely some gems in here. People have also left code behind, so that's kind of interesting. You can see little snippets of code, and you can actually load it up or pop it into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to clean up the code, and it will. I like turtles. You know, that's a funny one. This one's on block 139838. So then you can take this over to Bitlords, pop it in here, and then you can get information about it. And then here's what it looks like, and the parcels that are on the block and all that different stuff. My bitmaps are inscription of text of me trying to get a bitmap. Did you get any legitimate ones? I know I had a couple I fucked up on, or I was too late to, or like I didn't set the gas. It's not gas. The the fee's high enough. So that was always annoying. Let me see here. So yeah, that's really all I had on bitmaps. I just kind of wanted to show off this new tool, bitlords.land. I hope if you guys are into bitmaps, you come check it out. I don't really understand why it's pumping. I don't know if there's any news. It could be because of this website. Maybe they're getting close to launching a metaverse. I heard there's like something like Bit Valley. Is that a thing? I heard that in some Twitter Spaces. And forever. He's forever on chain. Bitmap Valley, the ultimate Bitcoin metaverse. So, I mean, this is just kind of a... I don't know about that one. So I'm so skeptical about the metaverse stuff, but I do think it's cool, especially when you have something like Bitcoin. And the other unique thing about Bitcoin is it's kind of like NFTs, but NFTs usually have a capped collection number, but every day new Bitcoin blocks are minted. So when new Bitcoin blocks are minted, new bitmaps are minted, and it's a mouthful to say, but it's still pretty cool. I like turtles. That's so funny. But yeah, so I was also talking about the SMTP server, how we had to upgrade that for the alerts. We ran out of the test messages. We hit the upper limit, so threw a little money at that. And then also the Explorer went down. I noticed I was mentioning it earlier, the discrepancy in the MetaMask, and then the reason why I had to scrub the database and reload it kind of inspired me to do that was Joseph had the same issue. So after chatting with Jack, the issue with Zen.pub block is finally can't talk. The issue with Zen.pub block counts is finally fixed. There was some small database issue that needed to be fixed. And then when I checked mine, I had the same database issue, and we just needed to resync, kind of grab a fresh copy. And then I also had the same issue on hashhead.io, so I really need to, now that I have the Explorer working, after this migration, one of the leaderboards is down. So before we had this leaderboard, the regular one, /leaderboard, but we also had one that was like an RPC, which was like :4445. It was at some port number, but that one no longer exists after the server migration. So that means these statistics that it was pulling from are kind of off now. So the current difficulty is missing. It kind of messed up the formatting, the mining speed. It's kind of grabbing this out of nowhere. So now my next project is going to be redoing the front of Hashhead. I want to keep it this simple look where you just enter in your address and then you get your amounts and everything. I like that. But I'm going to have it pull from our new database. So that'll be kind of a restructuring. I'll probably do that over the weekend. I didn't get any bitmaps, but I minted some art ordinals. Dead Ape Country Club. Hell yeah. I had some more ordinals, but I sold them. I think I kept a couple of them. Let me see. I really wanted a Zen Punk, not a Zen Punk. Can't talk and type at the same time. Zen Knight. What up, Howler? Welcome. Like the simple vibes too? Hell yeah. So let's see here. It's gonna see what other ordinals I still had besides Bitmaps. I don't think I have much. I got the Bitcoin Reaper still chilling. And then I was kind of fucking around trying to make my own, like, what are those called? The multi-layer ones? The derivatives or whatever? You can put filters on, like, IPFS stuff. I got the recursive punk. Got these two random orange pills. I got orange pilled. I got my Tree City West.zen. Inscription 1235. Tree City West.zen. That's funny. Anyways, back to the XenBlocks stuff. I'm getting sidetracked here. So yeah, we got to redo the front page of hashhead.io. I'm going to keep this simple look, simple flavor, but I'm going to have it pull from the same database that's running the Explorer. It should be a little faster, should be a little easier to make, especially now that this is running on WordPress. If you do come over here, you can access the Explorer. Click here to visit the new XenBlocks Explorer dashboard. And as I mentioned earlier, this has fully synchronized, so this should have the most recent statistics. And there's some cool things you can do with it. I'm gonna pop your address in here, see your distribution of blocks recently. So in the last 24 hours, I mined 61 blocks, 78 Zunis. I'm up to 11,000 regular blocks, and you can see I'm just kind of chugging along here. You know, doing anywhere between 35 and 50 blocks a day. Just a steady up climb. Now I'm not sure what these timestamps are. It's just pulling these times out of the database. So I'm guessing it's wherever the database. It might be UTC time, but it says 11:39. It's currently 7:47. So this is probably 10 or 20 minutes ago. I'm not really sure. But you can see my last super block. I haven't got one since October 11th. So I've been waiting on the next super block. I also like looking at the network statistics. We're up to 5.1 million blocks, 6.2 million Zunis, and 6.6 thousand super blocks. Currently sitting at 685 unique accounts mining over the last 24 hours. So even though accounts might have multiple miners running, these are just the unique wallet addresses that have found a new block within the last 24 hours. There might also be some miners that have been, running CPUs, and maybe they haven't found a block in the last 24 hours. So that's also possible. We have the average time between the last 1,000 blocks. That's about a second. So we are averaging about a second a block. That's pretty exciting. And yeah, you can just kind of see the number of miners is slightly downtrend, but that's okay. I mean, we're still above 600. It's relatively flat. You see difficulty is coming down as the number of miners is getting reduced. Difficulty got as low as 79,000 yesterday, which is pretty surprising to see. We don't really have any super miners going on right now. A couple days ago we had a guy doing 4 or 5 blocks per minute. Currently sitting at 2.7, so that's not too bad. The top 3 miners, top 3 fast, quote unquote fastest miners, are all doing less than 3 blocks per minute, less than 170 blocks an hour. So that's pretty cool to see. Oh my fucking god, my phone will not stop. I'm testing out this new paging service, and something's happening right now, and it's pissing me off. Might have to hop off early. I got more to talk about. The hashtag emojis fire. Hell yeah. You can get it. Become a member, Rolando. We got the Tree City supporters for 99 cents. The 99-cent subscription gets the private membership videos. So every Saturday and Sunday, I kind of do a non-Zen stream where I talk about the other projects I'm into, you know, the Cardanos and the Polygons and the, you know, the Phantoms and all that. I go into my top 5 altcoins. I show you my different percentages. I show my entire portfolio. So to see that, you can become a Tree City supporter, and you also get the emojis in the chat. That's for 99 cents a month. Or if you're playing Zen.game and you're looking for a good time to mint Zen NFTs and you want to get a GUI alert, or you want to get the Zen.game alerts emailed to you, we can definitely set that up. That comes with the $4.99 hashtag membership. And I basically add your email address to an email server list, and you get the Zen.game alerts straight from my email server. I can also walk you through how to set a VIP contact and how to set a custom ringtone. So anytime that Zen.game clock gets low, it'll let you know. It's pretty awesome. It's helped me. It's kept me in the game a few times. So that's been fun. Definitely. And it's also nice to get the gas notifications. So like, you know, when gas gets low, I'm not really thinking about it. Nobody else is thinking about it. And that's why the gas is low. So you get that notification. It's like, oh, it's time to mint some Zen. And go mint some Zen for the cheap. Man, those days, getting those 4, 5, 6 GUI, I miss that, man. That seems long gone now that the markets are turning up. Currently, it's 7 p.m. and we're sitting at 26 GUI. It's almost 8 p.m. sitting at 26 GUI. That's crazy. So kind of pivoting back to the Zen ecosystem. I saw this today. This is from a couple days ago. But yes, DB Zen game on Pulse soon. Straight from Zen.game. So that's pretty exciting. I would degen into that. You know, Pulse Chain isn't. I have a nice, you know, a little bag of it. Might as well blow it. If you know what I mean. I'll buy some keys. Now I'm curious how that's going to be. Is it DB Zen game in a sense that the pot fills up and then they buy and burn DB Zen, or is it going to be instead of? I'm curious how it works. You know, we'll definitely want to check that one out. That'll be fun. I'm really excited. Looking forward to that. Shout out to the Zen.game guys. And then we also have Pulse TGC going absolutely apeshit still. Second day in a row. Up 120%, dropped another 0. And yeah, I feel like an idiot. So I sold some down here, I sold some up here, and then we made another leg up. So I did last night on stream, I did stake some. You know, I always keep a little moon bag. I never want to sell completely out. I do like to take profits, but I'm glad I held on to some. We locked it up. It's in the staking pool. Let's go check on it. I was wondering if they would accept a DAO proposal of doing some marketing on hashtag.com and the channel. What do you guys think of that? Is that a stupid idea? What's up, Crypto Burger? BTC and XRP? Oh yeah. So yeah, we got our 10 million locked. We got about 38,000. That's kind of cool. What's that worth? That's interesting. 50 cents. So made about 50 cents in 24 hours for a little stake. I'll take that. That's fun. Good luck. I'm gonna be hitting you up for tech support. Hell yeah, hit me up, man. Welcome, welcome.
All right, let's fucking hash.
Shut the fuck up.
Nah, man, just hit me up on Telegram specifically or on Twitter. You know, I see you on Twitter all the time. If you need any help, we can do a one-on-one session. Still trying to work out the logistics of that, but I can usually walk you through via text. I asked them if they were interested in the ZenDAO or collaborating, and no response. Yeah, I feel it. They're kind of doing their own thing. Yeah, when you're running a project and it starts exploding like that, you get all kinds of people hitting you up, and I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they're overloaded right now. Like, look at that chart. That is just insane. And it makes me nervous. Like, I get nervous when I see something like this. $1,300%, 1,300%. Sheesh. That's crazy. Shout out to you guys over on Twitter. Thank you for the support. But yeah, on that note, I don't really have much else to talk about. Let me take a look at my notes. Yeah, we talked about the ETF, Bitcoin. We talked about Pulse Chain and TGC. We talked about dbzen.game. We talked about XenBlocks and the XenBlocks Explorer that's finally updated. We looked at the stats. You can also see all blocks for your account. You can search for individual blocks. So kind of like a bitmap, you know, you're searching for the block numbers. You can also do the same thing here. So if you want to see what happened with block, you know, what about block 666,666? Who got that block? Is it a super block? That'd be crazy. No, it's a regular block by this miner. It'd be funny if that's someone in the chat. You know, here's the hash, here's the key. Created on 9/17, so it was an early block. So definitely, if you want to support, head over to hashhead.io. You play with the Explorer, there's a link to it, or you just go to explorer.hashhead.io. You can also come over here, buy me a coffee. Definitely appreciate that. Become a YouTube member to get some of the membership benefits. You get the private weekend streams, you get the Zen.game email alerts, and definitely appreciate all the support. Jack sandbag in the token factory. I feel that. If I were him, I don't know if I'd want to release it either. I don't want to get everybody wrecked by when everybody can launch a coin. That's gonna get crazy. We need bruh to do gematria. I feel that. But all right, guys. I hope you guys have a good evening. Thank you all for coming. We will be back tomorrow. Sorry to cut it short. Got a bit of a situation at work I'm gonna have to go take care of. But I really appreciate your support. If you guys need me, hit me up on Twitter. I'll be live in the Telegram. Come over to hashhead.io. Join the XenBlocks Telegram. Join the Zen World Telegram. And yeah, do what Crypto Bruh said. Take profits. Be careful with the TGC. It makes me uneasy. It's just like, what is happening here? This looks like a honeypot. Like, where's this chart going? Let me clean this up a little bit. We drew that little wedge and then boom. What happened? Oh yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, my name is Tree City West. Hope you guys stay zen. Have a good night. Tree City Trading's out. Tree City West is out. Not trading. God damn it. Good night, guys.